Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
Y'all know what it is. I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on, one time. What it is.
What's going on, cuz? How you doing, man?
Man, you know me. Always trying to shake a little honey from the tree. That's about it, though, cuz.
Yeah,
How about
yeah, I hear
yourself? What's
you, man.
going on with you? How you been feeling?
I'm doing good lately, man. Doing good. A little bit of rough weather come through Charlotte last night. Had the whole little two fan headquarters out here rumbling, boy. Lights flickering, stuff on the wall, just but yeah, it was
Yeah.
a bad storm that came through here. But I'm doing good,
It, wa-
man. Doing good.
it was just checking on your foundation, make sure your foundation was solid. That's all.
Hey, well, if not, y'all see me do like this here a little later on, you know what the hell happened. So,
Already. Already.
yeah, man. Hey, I didn't mention this to you earlier, but want to tell everybody, wish us happy birthday. All right. Two fans in the stand started 2 years ago on June the 1st. Okay. So two fans in the stands is officially two
Wow.
years old. So, if y'all wouldn't mind, wish us a happy
Give
birthday.
it up.
We
Round of
appreciate it.
applause.
Yeah, we come from lowly beginnings. Two brothers, one with an idea, and and the other one joining them. Not showing our faces, just getting on here rambling, not knowing what the hell we was doing. But we here now, so hey. but
Yeah, already.
all right. Hey, and another thing, Tony. Okay, and as always, let me go ahead and start it. As always, if you're new, welcome. We appreciate you. If you would be so kind, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, like we like to call it. You can check us out at Two Fans ITS. All right, let me go ahead and get this out the way. We now have a membership tier for our YouTube channel. If you guys want to join. And I'm gonna be dead honest with y'all, okay? I wanted to do this for free, but YouTube wouldn't let me. So the lowest I could go was 99 cents. Okay. And I did it because I really wanted to mess around with a lot of the custom emojis that I can do. So if y'all see me, from my other channel, putting stuff in the chat here, all right. So these are the four custom emojis that we have right now. If you guys decide to be a channel member, and the more members we get, the more emojis that I can make, and I will take suggestions from y'all. And if it's not nothing too crazy, too wild, I would definitely make it happen. But I thought this was just a little fun way to get something going on in the chat. So I got what I thought was a couple favorites. You'll get a member badge with two fans in the stands. Okay, our logo, and then we have four different emojis. We got the two fans in the stands logo. We got keep pounding, Maine, and then I decided to throw in the yellow flag. If ever we want to be a flag on the play, y'all can throw the yellow flag in the chat. I know be like, hold on, let me go see what somebody's talking about. But yeah, you know, support the channel. Nice, inexpensive way. Like I said, I wanted to do it for free. YouTube wouldn't let me, so hey, but if y'all be so kind, if you would, go ahead and become a member of the channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Okay.
Already.
Right. So, Tony, all right. A lot
Yes,
going
sir.
on since we went live last week, man. And we were sitting here, kind of scrounging around like, well, dang, what we gonna talk about? They keep talking about OTA, but they keep talking about the same stuff. But they hit us with a few things. Okay, we had the blueprint that came out, the renderings for the renovations for Bank of America Stadium. Okay, so hold on, wait a minute. All right, hey, and you know what? And let me tell you, now this is perfect here. Shout out to the very first member. It was funny because I was trying to sign up on here so I could show y'all the emojis right as the intro was going through. But shout out to our very first member who beat me to it, Mr. Hunky Dory, with the $20 super chat. He said, "Happy birthday!
What's up,
Here's
Mr.
enough for two
Hungador? Appreciate it.
Mickey D's chicken kids meal. Inflation is real." Hey, I don't know if you seen me in person, Mr. Hunky Dory, but hey, I'll try to make that happen. I might eat that for both of us. Hey, but thank you, Mr. Hunky
Yes,
Dory,
sir. We
as
appreciate
always.
it, though.
We definitely appreciate it. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Look,
you.
Diggy done change. He done changed up his name.
Yeah, right. Dig. We're gonna call him Dig. Dig
Yeah,
it, aka Dig. I like that. That's what's up. That's what's up. But again, Mr. Hunter, as always, man, we appreciate you and thank you, sir.
yeah.
We
We
appreciate
definitely appreciate you, my guy.
All right, but yes, quite a few things have happened, yo. Okay, we got proposal for the renovation to the stadium. Like I said, the blueprint was out. One of the Panthers players said we have the worst facilities in the league. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get
Yeah.
into that. All right. So let me go ahead and scroll over here. Got all these on these slides and stuff.
Read some of the read some of the
Oh,
comments real
you
quick.
know what? My bad. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad. My bad. I'm so geeked up about this little membership thing. I'm forgetting all kind of stuff. All right. Hey, and look, hey, Mr. Hunky Dory, our very first member. Hey, we appreciate you, sir.
Yes,
Kevin
sir.
Thompson, what's going on, Kevin? How you doing?
What's going on, Kevin?
Earl Lockley, what's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, Mr.
All
Earl?
right. Mr. Hunky Dory said, two fans this time, 9 p.m. Gloves are coming out swinging like you want it. That's what's up. Rock Jones in the beat drop. Hope all is well, cousin. Hey, what's going on?
What's
Hey,
going
Rock, I
on,
got
Rock?
on that smooth Carolina blue just for you, dog. I thought about you when I went and picked my shirt. I said, let me go ahead and rock this Tar Heel blue for old Rock Jones.
Yeah, you know about colorblind, so yeah, put a blue on
Dig
for him.
in Jackson, aka Diggs. So gently hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, we appreciate you. Yes, he is right. Let me see. Might want to put some lightning rod and surge protectors. It's that dope man case, CJ. Hey, you know what? It's funny, Mr. Hunky Dory, when I was doing the because I did my own electrical work, and when I was doing it, um, I had to install two 8-foot ground rods behind the shed because on my house it has one ground rod, but per code, if it's in a detached building, I had to have two ground rods. I forgot how far they had to be apart. But man, hey, let me tell you, me and my two sons, when I tell you, we was out there with a sledgehammer. It was cool, getting it started. But I ain't gonna lie, we were wore out by the time we got both of them things all the way in the ground. We got them about that far at the ground. I said, boys, I said, bump it. I said, we gonna let it ride right there. I dug a little trench, ran that copper line out, ran both of them, called it a day. Inspector came out, said we was good, and we've been rocking ever since. But yeah, man, let me tell you.
Already.
Hey, I got all the ground. I got the arc fault, then the ground fault breakers and everything. I messed around and tried to change the light over on my wife's side. And what I usually do, I just cut the light switch off and go and change the light bulb like I do in the house. Bet everything good. Man, let me tell you, I messed around and I grabbed the neutral wire, whole breaker snap. Whole thing went off. I was like, oh, I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I guess that's it. At least I know it does what it's supposed to do. It detected something and it said, nah, bro, this ain't it. So, hey,
Yeah, I feel you.
he said, woo, woo, happy birthday, guy. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I
Rock Jones
appreciate it,
said, Wayne
Dig.
Pooh always gets his money. Happy birthday, cousin. Keep up the great content. Hey, we appreciate you, Rock. Let me see. David Gore, happy birthday to the show. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Appreciate you, David.
Flame for Jesus said, hello, everyone. I hope everyone has a blessed day. Thank you, Flame. We appreciate you. Hey,
What's
and
going on,
Flame, I'm
man?
sorry last night over on Black Cat that I called somebody else your name, man. I wanted to formally apologize. And Fayette Nam, if you're watching, I apologize again. I was sitting there trying to tell Fayette Nam bye, and Flame for Jesus had a comment on the screen. And Lord have mercy, I was like, hey, I said, hey, Flame, come over, check us out tomorrow night. He was like, my name ain't Flame. I was like, oh, crap. Will Robinson, Tip Drill Will, what's going on? He
Tip
said, what
Drill
it do,
Will,
fella?
what's good?
Hey,
Yeah.
Supernova Moore, Port City. What's
Port
good,
City
fellas?
in
Yes,
the
sir.
building.
910.
Shout out to the
Kevin Thompson.
910.
It said,
Yes,
"How I
sir.
become a
Hanover
member? I'm
County.
YouTube illiterate." Hey, if you go to our YouTube channel page, and if you look right under our name, there's a it should say join. Okay, it should be a little button that says join. So if you want to be a member, that's where you need to go. Go to our YouTube page and look up under our channel name and logo. You should see a little button kind of shaped like this. It says join. All right, and we appreciate you.
Okay.
Let me see. The Jadarius Experience. What's up? I don't believe I've seen you on here before. Hey man, welcome. That is a hell of a name. I like that. How you doing?
What's that?
No,
Oh, the
the
Jada oh, okay,
Jadarius
that's it,
experience.
yeah,
Yeah. Hey, like I said, I don't think I see him
yeah.
here. Welcome. We pretty stopping through. He said, "What? A she shed? Nah, my friend. No, my friend. This is a we shed. This is a we shed. Okay. It's almost a my shed because besides the frame, I damn near built this whole thing. You know, Tough Shed got built the inner. I'm not sorry, the outer shell, but everything inside is me right here. Happy birthday to the show. Appreciate you. Hey, there you go.
Appreciate it,
Fade
man.
now. What's going on,
Saying
man? Hey,
nah.
hey, look, he said, don't worry about it. Okay, all right, cool. Appreciate you. Rock Jones, Tar Heels still alive in baseball. Wear that blue proud. Damn sure can't be proud of the Gamecocks. Hey, you know what? Speaking of not baseball, but softball, shout out to the South Brunswick Cougars women's softball team, 3A state champions. That is my alma mater back in Boiling Spring Lakes, North Carolina. South Brunswick Cougars. Shout out to the ladies. They were the 3A. They are the 3A state champions. They beat Kings Mountain over the weekend. Let me
Okay.
see. It was just 2 out of 3, so they won the first 2 games and won the deciding game with a walk-off single. So shout out to the ladies from South Brunswick. All right. 3A state champions in softball. I think the first state championship we've had in it's been a while. It's been a
Yeah,
while
it's
because
been a while.
I never knew of us winning anything when I was there. So hey, shout out to them. Yeah. Hey, he
Yeah.
said, I heard about you guys from Clay Rock. Oh, okay, cool. Hey,
Okay.
that's what's up.
Appreciate it, you
Yeah,
Darius.
yeah. Next time you over there, tell Clay we said what's up. Let's see, Rock the tourney is brutal this year. You see, LOL, we should. And if the team actually wins, they'll come. That year we went to the bowl. Support was crazy. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
it was.
That's true.
I said I watched every game. They're good enough to take it all. Okay. Let me see. Will Robinson said, I hope to catch y'all at training camp. Hey, you know what, Will? That's still a
Huh.
question that I do not have any
Yeah.
answers to. If it's one
Right.
thing they haven't said anything about, it is training camp. It is training camp. And I keep hearing from different things on the internet where they're supposed to have, 5,000 seats in the I don't know if it's in the field house that they're building or outside, but I don't know if that all that's going to be done before training camp. Okay. So I
Mm.
honestly do not know. I mean, all of the reliable sources. I mean, you got Vashti with Carolina Blitz, Sheena Quick, what's my man name from Charlotte Vibe, Locked on Panthers, David Newton, all those guys, Joe Person, all of them. Nobody has said anything, any inklings about training camp. And like we were saying
Right.
in the other video, if you take a look at all the angles that all of the footage has been coming from OTAs, they're all in one spot because they're doing construction on the two. They got one field already done, but they're doing construction on the other 2 fields going horizontal to perpendicular
Right.
to that one. I'm sorry. So, but
Well, I
yeah,
I definitely won't make it this year. Will they waited too long to decide whether or not the training camp is going to be open to the public like it was down in Spartanburg. I'm too far
mm,
away to be trying to make last minute decisions. So I've already
yeah,
pretty much made the decision that I won't be there this year, but next year, once they get
mhm,
everything settled and agreed upon or whatever, I'll be there. But CJ will probably be there. CJ is
yeah.
right down the street from the stadium. So you definitely get a chance to meet CJ Mokai.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully, hey, if we can get in there, if we can get in
Yeah.
there, let me tell you, hey,
Yeah.
Fed Nine said I can't find the link to be the member. If
It's
you may
it's
have to
right
go
beside
back
the
to
subscribe. It's
yeah, you
right beside where you click to subscribe. It says join.
yeah, you may have to exit out the video and go to our whole YouTube page and do it and then come back if you want to. All right, let me see. Dig new member. Hey, we appreciate you, Dig. Formerly Dig it, but
Appreciate it, dig.
yeah, Dig. He said, "All I know is I used to pray for nights like this." That's what's up. Let me see. Flames said, "Are you on your phone?" He might be. He might be, but he'll probably have to go and back out
Yeah.
and then come back in. He said, Mr. Hunky Dory said, man, they're going to tow in those portable metal bleachers that burn your rump up with no leg room. But hey, but you know what? That's what I was thinking. That's what I
But
was
at
thinking.
least you get to be there. At least you get to be there.
It,
If that's what they're going
it's
to do, at least you will have the opportunity to be there.
oh, okay. Like he said his was the money sign on his phone. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hey, well, like I
Okay.
said, all of y'all that become members so far, hey man, we appreciate you and we thank you. And
Yeah,
like
we
I said,
definitely appreciate it.
it's the lowest monetary value I could get from YouTube. I kind of want to do it for free, but like I said, I was just trying to play around with the emojis and stuff. And the more members we get, the more custom emojis I can do. So I thought it'd be something fun for y'all to have in the chat. And like I said, we appreciate everybody that signed up so far. Dylan,
And
what's going on?
and the good thing also too about it is if you get in now, you get in at the lowest possible price. It may go up a couple dollars as the channel grows and membership grows. Nothing crazy or out of ordinary, anything like that. But at least getting in right now, you get in on the ground floor. Yes, it will. Go ahead.
Don't listen to him. No, it won't, y'all. No, it won't. All right, let's go into this. Hey, what's up, Dylan? How you doing, buddy? All right, let's get into the slides here. Okay, so we have the new rendering for Bank of America Stadium. Okay, now Tony, what were your initial thoughts when you saw these renderings?
About time.
About time.
You know,
Okay.
we yeah, we I mean we've been in the league now, just going on the 30th year,
Hmm.
as far as Bank of America being open or whatnot. And when you think about it like that, we are kind of behind the times because of all the new stadiums that are being built, renovations that teams have done in the past, but also these teams have been around for 60 plus years. But it makes Bank of America seem so far outdated because of the new additions and the new upgrades that a lot of these stadiums have taken place. So I'm glad to see
Uh,
that David Tepper is willing to put the money into the investment to make it a better fan experience, because like I was
mhm,
saying last night to you, CJ, people have to remember that Bank of America don't just host the Carolina Panthers. It's for the Carolina Panthers. It's for Charlotte FC. It's for the
mhm,
number of concerts that they do throughout the year. It's for the college bowl games. So it's not just the Carolina Panthers that generate um money for this new stadium and this renovation. And by Tepper owning the stadium, it's not owned by the
mhm,
city. He owns the stadium. He that in essence you could say he's putting his money where his mouth is. Now I know there was a lot of comments and people talking about why he asking him the city, this and that. Well,
mhm,
that's what everybody does. The city benefits from this too.
mhm,
That the city benefits from this. The city has money allocated for special projects like this, and for the fact that it doesn't raise new taxes or increase tourism taxes. I mean that's a plus for everybody. So what that lets me know is that this is money that they already had allocated for a situation like this, and it's really not any new money that's going into it when it's money that was already set aside. And if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, Chet, y'all can remind me. There's only been one owner in the NFL that paid for his stadium to be built 100% out of his pocket, and that was Paul Allen when the Seahawks, when he first bought the Seahawks and they built that new stadium, he built that with his own money. He didn't ask the city, the state, the county, anybody for anything. But at the time, that was the third richest man in the world. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
He can do that.
yeah,
So all
mhm,
these owners are billionaires. All of them got money. And from what else I read that they didn't really want to mess with the stadium location because they felt like it's in a prime location. When you think about the real estate around Charlotte, there's especially downtown. There's really not any new area that you can really build a new stadium at, and it be considered prime location. Like it's really kind of congested when you talk about land, acquiring land in that area. I know
Mhm.
the Foundry is definitely not big enough. That land is not big enough for what the Panthers want to do with the stadium.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
Tony,
right. I
before
think
we
Stan Kroenke did build that stadium. I don't know if it was 100%. I don't know if
yeah,
it was 100%. I think Paul Allen was the only one that did 100% without asking anybody for anything. But
yeah.
go ahead, CJ.
Hey, I just wanted to say, okay, so we Dig It Jackson is a totally different person. Okay, there's our good buddy Dig It right there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. We
damn.
apologize, Mr. Jackson. We thought you were Digit here when you
Yeah.
changed his name. So we're sorry and welcome.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
I saw him comment and I was like, oh, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, okay, well, honest mistake.
yeah.
Honest
That
mistake.
that threw me off right there.
Yeah. Hey, we'll say reminds them of the game day experience that the Falcons have. And that's a lot to do with it too. Um, Apparently the stadium is in good shape as far as its foundation. I mean, basically it's kind of getting a
I didn't mean to
respin.
cut you off, but
Go
Diggy
ahead.
said no, he the same person.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, hey, all right. Well, hey,
I'm
appreciate you.
not. I'm not. I'm not even gonna ask Diggy what the hell is going on. But hey, thank you. You know.
That's funny. That is hilarious. That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's
But
crazy.
but yeah, that's why I put in the title, in the thumbnail, Panthers getting a new stadium, sort of. But it's
Hmm.
it's time. It's
Yeah,
time.
it's time.
And I think, it's kind of all the goings on of David Tepper has kind of put a bad taste in a lot of Panthers fans, mouths. And I think if he would have been focused on this type of stuff from the get-go and letting the coaches, the GM, and everybody run the team, and kind of you can be visible, okay? But you just kind of
Right.
stay out of the way and play your part as owner. But he's like, as Tony always say, he like to have his hand in the cookie jar every time you turn around. Okay. And the whole thing with Bryce, firing Matt Rule, firing Frank Wright, the debacle down in Rock Hill. So
Yeah,
he
that was a big
he- he's he,
debacle.
he's he's done a few good things, but it's just like he gets most of his media coverage for the oddball decisions that he has made, as an owner. And the fact that
Right.
the team is bad, and I heard a lot of people say in some of the interviews they wouldn't feel so bad about it, if the team was winning. But now I will say to that, um, it's going to happen, y'all. It's going to happen. I'm gonna read what the Panthers said on their website. It says the city's investment does not require any new or increased taxes. It will be funded by the existing hospitality and tourism tax resources, which are legally required by the state to be spent on projects to support the city's tourism economy. The restricted funds cannot be used for other city functions like transit, education, affordable housing, or public safety. And I think there was a thing last year where some of the city leaders wanted to dip into the housing and tourism funds to try and fund projects for affordable housing and transit. And I think that
Hmm.
was met with a lot of resistance by the CRVA, the Charlotte Regional Visitors Authority or Association. I might have said that wrong, but and then the mayor, she came out and said, no, we're not going to do that. But like you said, like this said, by law, it's supposed to be used for projects, for tourism, this and that. And in another sense, you think about it. A lot of the stuff I've been hearing today is people upset, you know, Panther fans, or the public is paying for a stadium. I even heard somebody say that they thought that the Tepper hoodwinked the city, and the city is funding the whole $1.3 billion project. Okay. and the city is the proposed part for the city is 650 million, and Tepper Sports and Entertainment throws in another 688 million. Okay, so he's paying,
Reading is so fundamental.
ain't it though?
Just
Ain't
wanted
it?
to get it off my
Yeah.
chest.
But, Tepa's paying a little more than half. But, if the money is there and it's already allocated, why not go ahead and use it? Because you think about it, when Jerry Richardson had this, when Jerry Richardson was alive, God rest Big Cat. When he was still alive, they didn't use the stadium for a whole lot of stuff. Okay, they did not use stadium for a whole lot of stuff, and I think in this new agreement, the city gets to use the stadium 5 times a year, rent free. I think there's stuff like the Mayo Bowl and things that they brought here. But you got to think about like the Beyonce concert, Luke Combs, Charlotte FC, and I read a quote from who was it? I read a quote from, I forgot this guy's name. Let me see. He's from the Greater Charlotte Hospitality and Tourism Alliance. He said they're 100% behind hospitality taxes to build, enhance, retain, and maintain assets. His name is Mohammed uh, Jenishin, or something like that. I might have messed that name up. He said, I hate to say this, but even when the Carolina Panthers are not winning, which means there are more tickets available for the fans from opposing teams to come to Charlotte, those people from other cities have been coming over here, packing up hotels and restaurants. Okay, so when you think
Yep.
about it, all right, that is it's taxpayers' money, yes, but a lot of that money comes from what is it? The prepared food and beverage tax, hotel
Yeah.
tax. I want to say car rentals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the more people come into Charlotte, the more people stay at hotels, the more people go to bars, more people rent vehicles and stuff. That goes back into this hospitality fund, which they are using to help renovate the stadium. And the city does not want to lose this stadium. They don't want, because the deal is for 20 years. All right. So the guarantees that the Panthers will stay in Charlotte for 15 years. The last five, Tepper may have an out, but if he does decide to move the franchise, he will have to pay the remaining balance, that's owed. Okay. So the
Right.
Panthers are going to be in Charlotte if this thing is done for at least 15 years. And I think the
Yeah.
renovations are going to start next year and go through 2029. All right. But the city is looking at this from a financial standpoint as well. They don't want to lose Bank of America Stadium. Okay.
And
And
it's a
like I
long
said,
game.
go ahead. Yeah.
I don't
Hmm.
say it's just a long game, and this is not any new money. Once
Hmm.
again, the city already has made money from tourism and taxes, money that's already set aside and has been allocated just for a reason just like this. So it's not like they trying to, you know, gather up $650 million all of a sudden. They already have this money sitting at the table, just wait for
Hmm.
somebody to open up the safe. Open up the
Yeah.
briefcase. That's all it is.
And I think it's got to go to city council and they got to approve it. But I think
Right. That's
it's
just
just
a
a
formality.
mere. There you go. I think it's just a mere
Yeah.
formality now. But you
So
think about
when
it
people,
now.
when you out here getting your information, from wherever you get it from, let me say it like that. Just make
Hmm.
sure that the information is accurate and it's being portrayed correctly, because you got a lot of people out here that's just don't know what the hell they're talking about. Let me just say it like that. I ain't gonna try to sugarcoat it. Just don't know
Yeah,
what the hell they're
but
talking about.
and you know what? And a lot of people are in their feelings, and I think everybody, like I always say, everybody got a right to their own to their opinion. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of
Yeah,
people, if the Panthers were winning, they probably wouldn't have no issue. If David Tepper hadn't been doing David Tepper type stuff like he has been since he's bought the team, it also may not be that big of an issue. You get what I'm
right.
saying? But
But
the city of Charlotte is going
but
to
the
do what they got
thing,
to do to keep the stadium.
yeah, but my only little pushback on that, and that, like we talked about last night, is that when people say that, I just want people to remember this stadium is not built just for the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are not the only entity that creates income for Bank of America Stadium. They are not the only entity that affect the tourism and the taxes that the city of Charlotte generates. I just want people to remember that when they think about this and they want to shit on David Tepper because of what he has done or what he hasn't done, this and that. This is not just for the Panthers. That this stadium creates revenue year round from different venues for the city of Charlotte. It's not just
Mhm,
based on the Panthers, man. That's all.
mhm, yeah, and you gotta think, these are the same seats that have been in there since 1995, okay? The same
Hmm.
bathroom, the same team store, the same concession stands. They said when, the Beyonce concert, came here, my wife went to it, but, I think Councilman Malcolm Graham was saying that, there's only one freight entrance into Bank of America Stadium, and they said Beyonce
Oh
had
wow.
80 tractor trailers that they had to back in that one entrance, one by one, and
80?
unload her stuff. 80, 80.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
80.
crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, hey, it's it. I think it's past due. You know, now, now Jacksonville. Now I think they got their plan to get their new stadium. But people think we got it bad. Think about being in Tennessee, in Nashville. Okay, I think their stadium is like $2.8 billion. Or oh no, I'm sorry, not 2.8. It's two something. In the city of Nashville, if I read that correct, is going to be on the hook for 1.2 billion of those funds. So they're actually paying more, than the Titans, because I think the Titans are going all out with the state of the art stadium, um,
Right.
home and everything. Okay, even the Jaguars, down in Jacksonville, they got their plans to renovate their stadium. But the difference is the city of Jacksonville owns that stadium.
Owns the
Okay,
stadium. Yeah,
yeah,
not
they
not
they they own that
Shah
stadium.
Khan.
Hmm. Yep. Let me see. Flame said the only problem I had with Tepper is he was in a hurry to get a QB. That was the wrong move, moving up, in my opinion. And you know what? And as of right now, with how things have gone, I can't disagree with you. Okay, I can't disagree with you. As we sit here right now, it does look like that was the wrong decision. Okay, but just like I said over on our boys Black Cat podcast last night, I'm trying to hope for the future. Okay, I'm hoping he could turn it around.
Yeah.
Hmm. He
Oh, you
said,
skipped
"Wow,
over
Cowboy
dig it.
Stadium." Oh, my bad. The
We're
horse
getting
through
new
urinal.
troughs.
We getting new truck. Oh,
Oh my
hey,
God.
I'm not even gonna lie. First time I went in the bathroom at Bank of America Stadium, I was like, oh, okay. I did this is life here. I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
No privacy. Let me see. Mr. Hunky Dory said, "Wow, Cowboy Stadium has 5 docks for trucks and a pull-in tunnel for large vehicles and equipment." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Tony was
Not
talking
only
about this earlier. So if this was Jerry Jones, nobody would bat an eye.
right.
Jerry Jones is going to have his hand in everything. Jerry Jones is going to be parking cars. He's going to be selling French fries. He's going to be out there handing out equipment. He's going to be changing the mic and Dak Prescott helmet. He's gonna be doing everything in that damn stadium. That's Jerry's world down there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Mhm. 336 Boston, what's going on? He said this stadium deal is gonna be big for the city. Yes, because I
Yes,
think they're
sir. What up,
projecting
Boston?
they're projecting the stadium to have like what was it? I think like $1.5 billion worth of revenue. I think after all
Yeah.
these upgrades are done. And you got
Mhm.
conflicting theories about it. Some people say, you make these renovations to the stadium, it's going to bring in tourists, it's going to create jobs. I've read on the other hand where people say it doesn't create that many jobs, and the jobs that it do create, a lot of them are lower wage jobs, which may also be the case. But in a sense, and I hate to say this like this, but it's better to have jobs available, than no jobs available at all. So
No, you shouldn't hate to say it because that's the reality. You know,
yeah.
like people have always said, some money is better than no money. That's the same way
Hmm.
with a job. I'd rather be making $7 an hour than no dollars an hour. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
true.
The point is, it's giving people opportunity that may not have no job to have a job. They may, look into to get an upgrade, or
Mhm,
whatever the case may be. You're talking about generating 900 plus new jobs, and it ain't over the course of 3 or 4 months. This is going to be a renovation that take place over the next 4 or 5 years, from my understanding. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So you talking
Yeah.
about people that's going to be employed pretty much year round for the next 4 or 5 years. So think about how many people out there that don't have jobs right now, or struggling to find a job, or whatever the case may be. Now there's an opportunity. I don't never get upset or mad about somebody wanting to come in and create job opportunities. And first thing people like to bring up, well, it ain't enough money. Well, how the hell do you know? Is it better than the money that you're currently making if you're unemployed? I would say yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna get on that tangent, man. Go ahead.
Hey, I buy. Hey, preach, brother Bryant. Hey, go ahead. But yeah, it is just and with all this too, you know, so when we was talking about a few episodes ago, we was mentioning Charlotte Pipe and Foundry. Well, that's not on the table. That was a whole separate deal. I found out thanks to my wife for letting me know I was wrong about that. But that Charlotte Pipe land is not in the conversation. Now with that being
Right.
said, I think this is it's an investment, for the city, an investment by Tepper, better facilities, for the players, better fan experience. But because one thing that's not in this proposal is a dome or any kind of covering to go over the stadium. And everybody, likes to talk about that because we always say he's bringing things to Charlotte. Or what if Charlotte will ever get a Super Bowl? Okay. And I think PNP was saying last night, they have Super Bowls in Tampa all the time. Even though Tampa is a warmer climate. And hey, dig it. Thank you, man. We appreciate
Hey,
you. You
appreciate you,
piano man.
dig it.
Hey, again, we appreciate you, dog. But we talking about Tampa is warmer climate, and the average up here, in February is like 59 degrees with a low, I think Dave said, of like 34. So it's not
Right.
out of the realm for us to have a stadium, weather-wise, if we don't have a dome. But what's going to kill Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken, Charlotte doesn't have enough hotels and does not have enough parking to sustain a Super Bowl. Okay.
I
Is
find that
when
hard
you
to believe.
no, hey, no, 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 no. Let me tell you.
Really?
All right, I worked for solid waste with the city of Charlotte for about 12 years. And when I first started there, I worked with a division called Special Service. And so after all the Panthers games, we went to all of the parking lots around Charlotte with a garbage truck. So all the lot attendants would clean their lots, throw the bags at the curb, and we go through and pick them up, and then clean up anything that's in the public right of way as we go. Okay, there were a crap ton more places to park and tailgate uptown years ago than there is now. In this picture right that you're looking at right here, where that Honeywell building is at, there was a parking lot there. Romar Bearden Park, if anybody in Charlotte knows where that is, that was a parking lot. Where the Charlotte Knights play, that stadium, that was also a parking lot. The building where Thomas Davis has his bar, right there on the corner, that was a
Right.
parking lot. Across the street, there's some condos there as well. That was a parking lot. Over there, the land next to Charlotte Pipe and Foundry, that was a parking lot. You could park over there
Mm,
too. And I mean, and since then, and it's just the growth of the city. Just though that land has become, premium land, especially with everything that's
right.
going up. So everybody's buying up this land, and they're building stuff. So, you got the light rail that goes from UNC Charlotte now all the way down to oh god, past South Boulevard, not past South Boulevard, but past Archdale on South Boulevard. I think that's the last stop down there somewhere. So you got all these parking decks along the light rail where people can, theoretically you can park at the light rail in the parking decks and catch the light rail uptown. But the thing is, I think the closest stop to the stadium It's down there by the Hilton. If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but you got to walk about 3 or 4 blocks, to get to the stadium. Okay, and
Right.
the 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 amount of parking that's in the immediate area of the stadium, I don't think it's enough for us to try and get a Super Bowl here. Okay, and and I think they have the hotel space is an issue as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, see where Boston right here said that you need 19,000 plus hotel rooms.
Mm,
Yeah, I
mm,
know that there is a minimum required. I don't know the exact number. So if that's what it
mhm.
is, we appreciate it though, Boston. But yeah, you have
Thank
to
you.
have a certain minimum amount of hotel rooms available for them to even consider your city for a Super Bowl. But like I
Mhm,
was saying last night to you, CJ, every city don't host a Super Bowl, and everybody, based on like what you said a few minutes ago, the weather and the climate, and whether you have a dome stadium or not. I mean, like Kansas City right now is the talk of the NFL for the past, 5 to 7 years, but they don't host Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Because of the weather and the city. Green Bay don't host Super Bowl, because of their weather. So every city is not going to be designed, or everybody's not going to think about building a new stadium with the thoughts of getting the Super Bowl in the future. It just may not be in their plans.
Yeah,
I don't think that is a downfall because we didn't build a dome stadium in hopes of getting the Super Bowl, especially when you
yeah,
say that we ain't got even enough hotel space. So that means that the city of Charlotte and those investors have to do more before we even consider, you know, possibly building a brand new stadium with a dome in hopes of getting the Super Bowl one day.
yeah, yeah. MDJ, what's going on? He said Carolina Panthers just win some games. You
MDJ
know
was
what?
good.
That would
That's
definitely
right.
solve a lot of things around here. That would definitely solve a lot of things. Flame of Jesus said I
Yeah.
didn't like the fit pick for GM neither. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I thought that was gonna work. I thought that was gonna work.
Yeah.
I
I
really
did too.
did. But hey, you know what? It didn't.
Look
I
at
was
your
wrong.
boy in the chat. Look, your
I
brother in the
seen.
chat.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Oh,
Kendall the goat. Hey, let me tell you, man,
what's
I
up,
had a good time
Kendall?
over there with him. I had a good time over there with them guys last night. It was funny because when people get to talking, Kendall, he'd be like, whoa, 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 whoever's talking. And so Q was getting at me. I said, hey, go. I said, can I tell Q? Whoa, 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 one time. He said, go ahead, go ahead, CJ. But yeah, I had a good time with the boys over there last night, man. We was over there chit chatting it up with them. They like to call us two Bryces in the stands over there. So last night I told him, I said, what's up, Black Cat Panther Podcast? And then Q was like, oh, it took you a long time to come up with that one. I said, no. I said I had that one in the
Nah,
barrel for a
that
long time. So I just
been
used
been in the barrel.
it. But what's up,
Yeah.
Kendall, man? How you doing, dog? But but yeah, man, all in all, I think that like I said, I think this is going to happen. I think it's pretty much a done deal. I think the city of Charlotte has probably known about this, for a lot longer than we think they have. And I think they've
Oh
been
yeah.
preparing because
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, last year they extended the hospitality tax to 2060, which is like I think a 1% tax. So they
Hmm.
know what they're doing. They know. We're here. Hey, thank you for coming a member, Will. We appreciate
Chill, Will.
you.
Tip drill,
Drill
Will.
Will.
We appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, but overall thoughts, Tony, on the stadium and renovations before we move on.
Yeah, like I said, in the beginning, it's about time. I'm glad that they are doing something finally to upgrade the stadium. What I would love to see them do now is build a training facility in Charlotte. We know about what
Mhm,
happened to the one in Rock Hill. I had high hopes for that. Um, in the grand scheme of thing, it didn't really make too much sense because where it was located. I mean, I know Rock Hill ain't but like 30-minute drive, down the
mhm.
highway. But and I understand that they were trying to please both Carolinas, per se.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I think right now, the future is whether they did, put a training facility out there on Tavola, where the old Hornet Stadium used to be. Now, from my understanding, there's like condos and all kind of like a whole another development out there. But I'm just saying, like
Mhm,
anywhere in Charlotte where you can put a training facility, like in Dallas, the Cowboys training facility is in Frisco, which is, in traffic, it's about a good hour from Arlington. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So the stadium is in Arlington, but the training facility is in Frisco. But yeah, they just need to upgrade the training facility and put the bubble back, man. We need some type of in-ground thing. I know they showed that rendering a couple weeks ago, with that dome, practice inside practice facility. But I just hate
Mhm.
that they tore down the dome and they just put it up a few years ago.
Yeah, but now they'll have 3 full-length practice fields. Because if I'm not mistaken, the dome wasn't a full-length field, but it was just a space for them to get out of the rain and bad weather if they had it
Mm.
while they were practicing. But, now they got 3 full-length fields. But and you bring up something that made me think, if they do decide to, I know Rock Hill was a failed experiment, but what if they could bring something like that, to Charlotte? You get what I'm saying? Like just like you said, something somewhere,
Boston, yeah,
Mhm, go ahead.
Boston. Hey, 336 Boston, if you happen to remember where you saw that article or whatever, but that's what I saw too. That's what I read. That the training
Mm,
facility was being placed on the south side of Bank of America Stadium. It's not too far from where the stadium is located. They're not talking about where the foundry used to be, but there's another spot that was
mhm,
literally across the highway. What's that,
okay.
277?
Yeah.
277 that runs alongside
Mhm,
Bank of America Stadium. On the other side of 277, there was a rendering that I saw. I can't remember where, but there was a rendering that I saw where that was a potential new place for the training facility. And I was like, oh, okay, I like that. Yeah.
yeah.
What's up,
Hey,
Boston?
what's up, Boston?
What's going on, guys? What's happening?
Hey, how you
Man,
doing?
we
Hey,
can't call.
welcome. Welcome, welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
man, chilling. Nice to get up here with you guys, man. I know I don't be up here often.
Hey, we appreciate you,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. We're glad to
Hey,
see
tell
Oh
you, my
yeah.
us your
guy.
thoughts,
What's
man.
good?
So basically, a little bit earlier today, I got a chance to speak to a guy that's in Charlotte. He does a
Mhm,
lot of business and trades. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is 100% fact because
mhm.
I haven't viewed any plans myself. But he's one of the guys who goes to view. You can go to the city and get the plans and stuff like that for what's going to happen, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So he's saying that he's went and he's viewed the plans, and apparently they're building the training facility on the south side, on the other side of the train tracks. That's supposed to
On the
be the
side of the
future
train
plan,
track.
and
Okay.
apparently they're the word is that they're going to build the train in order to help transport. It's going to be some type of direct line from wherever it starts, going to the other side of the stadium. I don't know if that
Oh,
makes
okay.
any sense.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm.
I got you. I got you. I got you. So they
So it's
building
supposed
a
to be some type
facility,
of
but they're
direct
going to
line.
have it connected. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Well, I
supposed to
mean,
be a
hey,
direct line for transportation.
yeah. Well, I mean that would make a lot of sense. Especially for the players and the staff. You beeline straight from one to the other. So stadium, train facility. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but are you talking about the train tracks that's behind the practice facility right now?
Yeah, I believe that's what he was talking about. Yeah.
'Cause I think CJ,
It's a really interesting project. I wish he was here right now to go ahead and fill you guys all the way in. I can only remember some of the details because it's a huge plan. It's not just for the stadium.
yeah,
This is a thing that they're doing for the city. Like this is a big plan. It's
Yeah, it's
huge
supposed
things
to
on the way for Charlotte.
revitalize the area, surrounding the training facilities. Like it's supposed to be like restaurants and shops and things like that. I can't remember. I wish I could remember exactly where I saw that at, but I did see the renderings on the internet one time. I just can't remember where I saw it at.
Okay. Hey, well, you know what? Let me bring this up here. So this right here is Bank of America Stadium. All right. And so let me see. We have the training facility and everything that's going to be going on right here. Now, here's the train tracks behind the stadium. Let me see. Now, this is 277 right here, which feeds into
Okay,
77 and turns into Wilkinson.
right.
Now, maybe this little area right here, I don't know, but if I'm not mistaken, where is
Isn't that the foundry? A
and
little bit
this
more
is the
to the left
foundry
or
right
something.
here. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
foundry right there. That's Charlotte Piper Foundry. But like I said, I found out that the Panthers did not buy this land right here. So I don't know. Now there's a little thing over here, Mission Park. It seems like the only real available piece of land. You got the doghouse right here, the WFNZ doghouse, and this little bit of stuff. But like I was saying, this all of this is just built up because, like I was saying earlier, the Truist Field right here, that was a parking lot. Romar Bearden Park, that was a parking lot. Um, this little bit right here, Fourth and Graham, that was a parking lot. All these little spaces over here, all of those are parking lots. See, and then this is a older picture because the bubble is still there.
But go back up to that. Go back to your right, near Truist Field.
Hmm.
Right above it. Right above it.
Hmm.
But isn't those train tracks right there still running? Those still train tracks right there, right?
Yeah, there's a train station is right here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
y'all forgive me.
So
It's
it
it's,
can.
it's right here somewhere off of 4th Street, if I ain't mistaken. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, not the train. No, I'm sorry. The bus station is right here. The train station
Mm.
is further up Tryon Street. Let me see. It's somewhere
No,
over
yeah.
here.
I mean, yeah. You
Yeah.
ain't got. We ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's somewhere over there. But yeah. But whatever they decide to do, hey, we're going to see. But like I was saying, it's good that they're finally doing something for the stadium. 30 years old, and I think if I'm now, correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing that's really been done to the stadium is the scoreboard. Somebody please correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but I think the only renovations that's happened
I
so
think you're
far
right.
has been the scoreboard.
I Yeah, and the changing of the field when they changed
Yeah.
to the artificial turf. Those were
And
the two biggest projects to date.
mhm. And we will get into that in a minute here too. But all right, but
But
let's go
hold
ahead
on,
and go
hey
ahead.
Boston, what are your thoughts on the renovations to the stadium?
I think it's pretty exciting. I think it's going to be exciting for the fans, for the team. It's going to be great for the city. I just want to see us start to get some wins behind this type of thing, you know?
Facts.
Mhm. Exactly. Hey,
I think that's
revolutionary
probably the most
poetry.
important part.
Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, thank you for coming to member. That's my homeboy right there. That's my homeboy Maul.
Yes,
Appreciate you, Maul.
sir.
All right. So this last rendering here. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next subject. Blueprint. Okay. So they aired episode 1 of the Blueprint yesterday. And everybody was live, everybody was watching it. I watched it over with PNP on their channel. What y'all guys think of it?
Go ahead, Boston.
Hmm. It was informative. You know, you kind of get an insight as to what's going on with the team. I didn't see anything that was, overwhelmingly exciting. But it's always good to see the ins and outs of the team and how things operate. You get a good look at your coach. You get to see how he speaks, how he moves about with the team, and things like that. overall, the first
Yeah.
episode to me, it wasn't really too much of a hype thing. It was just more like, you just an insight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tony?
Okay. Yeah, I liked it. Ever since they started doing this blueprint, giving you insight of, draft day, things like that when the new coach is hired. I like the insight they brought in with Dan Morgan, where his mindset is, what are his hopes for the team and for the future. Then the energy that we have always the energy that we have seen and come to recognize Dave Canales with, you it's good to see that it's not just a show, that he has that type of energy all the time. It's like 24/7. And he is legitimately excited for this opportunity to be the head coach of the Panthers. And he trying to spread that infectious energy throughout the team and the organization. So it's glad to see that he's doing that. And I got we got a chance to hear Brad Isaac speak. And I like this tandem of these new young guns that's coming in and they full of energy and energizing the team and they bringing a different mindset to the game, things of that nature, and they're doing things differently than what some of these older coaches that have been around forever and a day, what they were doing. And it's like these young guys have evolved with the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that, Brad Isaac put on his cleats and getting out there and running routes, showing wide receivers the proper techniques and things like that. I like Dave Canales getting out there, working with Bryce, showing him what his key reads are. If the corners step outside, you go inside. If you sit there inside, then you go outside. Just different things. It goes back to what he was saying, taking everything back to the fundamentals and building it back up from there. So it definitely give you some insight on a lot of questions that probably a lot of people had about the team and things like that, especially about Dave Canales being the head coach. But like you said, we still won't never really know. We won't know until game time situation. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
when the preseason
Right.
comes, we'll see how this team, how this coaching staff has really gelled. But just building camaraderie, building that the brotherhood. When you talk about professional sports, I love what I saw.
Okay. Now, like I said over on Black Cat Channel last night, because they told me I was gonna be one way over there and one way when we got over another way when we got over here tonight. Okay, so let me reiterate. All right, it was a production. All right, it was made to highlight things and make the Panthers team everybody look good. Okay, so it doesn't give me any false sense of hope for what to expect on the field. This season yet. Like Tony said, we have to wait until the bullets start flying. We gotta wait till the rubber meets the road
Yes, sir.
before we give our evaluation of what's going on. But what I did like about it was some of the insights. It was funny because I was laughing because I was like, "Yo, Dan Morgan does not blink." I mean, he is all business all the time. He say what he got to say, and then he moves the hell on. It's not a whole lot of shucking and jiving. And then on the opposite hand, you got Dave Canales. I mean, he's just bouncing all over the place. He just happy go lucky. He ready to attack every day. And it just he has such a positive attitude, and I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, you know. And it's yet to be seen how that his attitude will affect the players, but hopefully his positive attitude will spread onto the players, and hopefully that translates into results on the field. Um, I thought it was interesting when Brad Isaac, when he met Deontay Johnson, in so many words, he was like, "You're it. You're number one.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
you're the guy." I think he said something about, if they don't double you, there's gonna be trouble.
It's
Don't
gonna
quote me on
be
that. Please don't quote me on
yeah.
that, 'cause I might have that
Ba-
wrong,
ba-
but it was something to that effect.
Basically, basically, what he was saying was he told Dave Canales, "We need a guy that can dictate coverages." You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We need
Yeah.
a guy that can dictate coverages. And he told Deontay Johnson, he said, from everything I saw, dude, no matter what kind of coverage they put on you, you was still that guy. So,
Mhm.
he basically was pounding the table to get Deontay Johnson. And he's
Yeah.
over the moon, excited about having him. So yeah,
Hey,
I
Mr.
like that
Hunky
energy.
Mr. Hunky Dory's comment. I saw this too. He said, "I like how Canales is having everyone huddle if there was a false start, offsides or whatever. Just don't walk up to the line anyways. Always rehuddle and wait for further instruction." I did see that too,
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
lot of people may have saw that and just didn't pay any attention, but you
I saw it.
gotta yeah, in a sense, it's little things, attention to detail, which I think is a thing that we have been sorely lacking as a franchise. In our the coaches, the staff. Like I said, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's facts.
Right,
But we're seeing it. We're seeing it. And because back when we had Ron Rivera, he had success. Okay, so, it wasn't like all of his time here was for naught. Took us to a Super Bowl,
right, right.
almost won it. Well, kind of almost, but we were there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were there. Okay. But
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just you get to me, you get a bit more of a sense of what's going on and how they're going to approach. It's like they're giving you an invitation. It's like they're giving you a schedule. Okay, but they don't have the dates and times on there just yet. All right, so you know
yeah.
what's going to happen, but they're not giving away everything when it's happening, how it's going to happen, what time it's going to happen, who's going to be
Right,
there. You know all that good stuff. But it's like to me, it's something as a fan to grab on to just a little bit. You know what I mean? Just something to have and say, okay, well, you know what? I like what I saw. All right, still,
right.
still, okay. I don't think anybody should get too overly excited when they see these things and jump to any kind of conclusions or anything. But
You know they
still,
will.
I like
They're gonna do it anyway.
they will, they have. It's too late. But hey,
Yeah.
yeah. Let me see. Digger said dogs. That's how you spell it. Jonathan Jones. LOL. Let me see. LOL dig. You right. Dogs with an S. Playing for. I'm excited about the Johnson move. I like what Dan did in the offseason. Yeah. And
Yeah.
my wife made me a shirt that said let Dan cook. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Not going to lie. I was not a fan of the hire at first. I was not a fan, but I think Dan has done a fair job with what he's had to work with. Okay, it's not like we had a crap ton of salary cap money to go out and do a whole lot of luxury deals with players, but I think he
Right.
has been focused on fixing a lot of the deficiencies that we had as a team, not just on offense, as a team. I think there was some good
Right.
additions on defense as well. So, but yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
I like what he's done so far. But but all in all, I thought the blueprint was okay. I thought it was good. It was another thing I wanted to mention. Um Ejiro Evero. Okay. I think that's the first time I ever heard him say his name himself. Ejiro Evero. Okay, so no
Hmm.
more Evero, no more Ejiro, nothing like that. Ejiro Evero. And you hear him talk, and he's professional, and he gets his point across. But they showed a clip of him
Very
out
well
there on the
spoken.
field, and yeah, very well spoken. Yes, thank you. And they showed a clip of him out there on the field, talking cash shit to the players. He was
He
like,
was getting
"I know what
their ass,
the hell
wasn't
is going." Yeah, he said, "I know what the hell is going on. You need to
he?
figure this out." And I was like, "Oh, Oh, I was like, okay, coach.
You
All right, bet.
you were taken aback, were you?
A little bit. I felt like he was talking to me through the screen. I said, oh, all right, coach, bet. You know,
Yeah.
because anytime I've ever heard him talk, it's just been at the podium and he's up there and he gives the answer question and he gives his answer. Like you said, very well spoken guy. He gets to the point, says what he got to say, and he's gone. Even like in training camp,
Mhm.
last year didn't really hear much from him, um, vocally, even though we were kind of sitting back in the back of on the top of the hill back there. But
Right.
to see that, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Like you got
Yeah.
some spark to you. I got you. All right, got you. That was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
he was like, I know what's going on. You need to figure it out. All right, bet, coach.
Yeah.
Bet.
But how many more episodes is going to drop? Have they said? Because I think it was like 3 or 4 last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I,
They
I
drop
have
like
no
every
clue.
Tuesday. Okay.
I have no clue. I have no clue. But I'm sure that well, I don't know if they're going to say exactly how many they got, but we'll wait and see. We'll see what they come up
Yeah.
with.
I
They
think
say
they
even it
did
doesn't
three or
come
four
off.
last year. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he doesn't come off as a jokey guy. Not at all.
Right. Not
Not
at all.
at all. Not at
Not at
all.
all.
I thought he was just kind of middle of the road, but after seeing that clip, I was like, "Oh no, he okay." Like, yeah, no, he don't take no shit. Like, okay, like
He
he's out there like,
he with
no,
all the smoke.
yes, he was out there like, no, you right there, you messed up. Do it again. Do it again.
Hey, I want to point something out.
Hey,
What did you
hold on,
think
Tony. Hold
about?
on, Tony. Hold on, Tony. I gotta interrupt you. Hey, Nella's Creations, a new member. Thank you very much. Thank
What's
you.
going on, Nell?
That
We
that is my
appreciate
lovely
you.
wife on the other side of this wall right here. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you. Go
Hey,
ahead,
but
Tony.
what do you think about the relationship between Derrick Brown and Shy Tuttle? I found it kind of surprised
Oh,
me because I didn't throughout the chaos of last season,
mhm,
you wasn't going to hear about things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like there was
yeah,
nothing positive to really talk about when it came to the Panthers last year. So this could have easily um been glossed over or forgotten about if it was ever brought up. But I like the fact that Derek Brown has this relationship with Shy Tuttle, and not only are the defensive line coaches working with Shy Tuttle, Derek Brown is taking Shy Tuttle under his wing as well, and and pushing him to be greater than what he is, and
mhm,
than what he was. So I like that aspect of it. I like how they said they had that brother type relationship, and they want to see each other be great. More so, Derrick Brown wants to see Shy Tuttle be great as Derrick Brown has become or is becoming. So I thought I saw that and I was like, okay, I like that energy. Now I just hope that it rubs off on Shy Tuttle when it comes game day. Cause last year that shit was non-existent.
yeah. Hey, I was sitting here. I was like, I hope Shy Tuttle got one of these. This is a Sharpie or a pen and a pad and a notebook. And I hope when Larry Brown's talking, he's got it. Got it. You twin move. Shed, got it. Okay, all right, let's go out here and get it. Yeah, talk all the junk you want in the world, Shy. But I hope that this
Yeah.
relationship does, help them both improve. And I ain't gonna lie, it kind of threw me for a loop, like you said. I was like, oh, did not know they went at each other like that.
Yeah.
That Brown
Yeah.
called
He
Tuttle a
said it was
lazy
every
fat
day.
ass, and to do this drill over with a chuckle of support.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
yeah, that
They go
relationship
at
is
it. He
crazy.
said they go at it every day. Huh?
I said that relationship, I ain't gonna say crazy, but I did, it was just kind of unexpected. I mean, I was just like, oh, okay, well, hey,
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that's cool.
it was unexpected. It was definitely unexpected. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, Native said, I think we got something cooking. This not like the last 6 years. Keep pounding. Hey, I hope so, Native. I
No,
hope so.
no, no. Say it like he spelled it. I think he did that intentionally. Keep pounding.
Oh, keep
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 pounding,
pounding.
man.
Hey, look, I put in the chat. Keep pounding, man. All right. Now,
Already.
speaking speaking of blueprints, okay. So we talked earlier about the renovations for Bank of America Stadium. So
Right.
this let me see, what was it? Two yesterday or Monday? So we had a current Panthers player that came out and said that the Panthers currently have the worst facilities in the NFL. Okay, and that was Adam Thielen. All right. He said, and I got this from Panthers Wire. Okay, so credit to them. He said, I think they're behind a little bit as far as facilities. We probably have the worst facilities in the NFL right now, and I don't think there is anybody who would argue that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You got to go play football and you got to go win games. So it's nice to hear that the commitment to us as players and the coaching staff. Hey, you guys are putting the work in, and we're going to commit and provide you guys with better facilities and really give you the resources to go out there and win. So it's exciting. Okay. Now, my thing is, so does anybody see this as kind of a slight towards the Panthers, or is it just a player that's been, he was in Minnesota, and according to the NFLPA votes, Minnesota is second in the rankings, which I'll get to in a second. And Red Swarm, how you doing, buddy? He said, what's good, cuz enjoying the show. Ain't the preseason Ain't the preseason at all, so we can all have hope. Okay, ain't the preseason yet. I got you. We can all have hope. See y'all week 6. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's going down, Red. It's going down. It's gonna be fried
Mhm.
chicken all over Atlanta, baby. Fried chicken. I'm sorry, fried falcon. Hey, but we appreciate the 499 super chat, man. Thank you very much. PPP, what's going on, man? How you doing? He said, "What's good, fella?"
Prime.
They
What's
said,
happening?
I'm just like I've been for the last 6 years. I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. That way I don't get mad. Hey, I can't.
I
I got.
understand that.
Hey, I understand.
I
I
definitely
understand.
understand that.
Native said Cincinnati is worse. Yo, I heard Dave talking about Cincinnati last night. He was saying they were out there when Marvin Lewis was the coach. He said they were out there sharing jock straps. Said their owner was just so damn cheap and they wouldn't buy him anything. But okay, now like I was saying, um, do y'all think this was kind of a dig by Adam Thielen, or is it just him speaking facts? Okay. Now, um, so you go ahead and answer that if you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and get to this next slide here. Okay.
But no, I don't think he was taking a dig. I think he was just speaking
Mhm.
facts and based off the decision to do these renovations kind of backs up what he was saying, that it was something that's been needed and about time that the organization and the city, are doing something about it. That they are taking the opportunity to invest back into the players and the facilities, and everything that supports the players in the organization. And like I said before, it's not just the Panthers. We have to think about everything else that Bank of America Stadium provides for everybody when it comes to concerts, Charlotte FC, college bowl games, or any other future endeavors that um the city of Charlotte is looking to operate in. You want your crown jewel to be at its best. Now, you don't have to necessarily rent a build a you don't necessarily have to build a whole new stadium to accomplish that. But if you're going to go with the renovation of a stadium, you need to address a lot of the major needs that fans feel like need to be upgraded, because it's the fans that needs to be drawn into that stadium.
Now, but with this, Tony, now this is specific to the players and the things that they are the facilities that they use, at the stadium, if I'm not mistaken. Let me read this here. It says in 2023, NFLPA worked with Statler, Nagel, and research experts at the Artemis Strategy Group to further enhance the survey process and provide third-party perspective. The survey was administered from August 26th to November 16th, 2023. Artemis Strategy Group conducted the Genesis survey online and provided access to every player on a 2023 NFL roster at the time of the survey. A total of 1,706 players completed the survey this year. They said answers were collected anonymously and players evaluated their current workspace based on their club experience. The survey included both closed-ended and open and optional open-ended questions. Grades are calculated based on player responses to a series of survey rating questions in 11 categories. Each category grade is based primarily on scores from scale rating questions. Grades also reflect additional details about workplace conditions, such as the quality of club offerings. Teams are ranked within each category and overall on the basis of their scores. Each team's overall score is based on a weighted combination of grades for each of the 11 categories. Okay, so the 11 categories. Okay, got them. Treatment of facilities, food slash cafeteria, nutrition slash dietitian, locker room, training staff, weight room, coaches, team travel, head coach, and ownership. Okay. So we see from the rankings there, I think the Dolphins got A's across the board on all of that. Okay. And you see the Vikings were number two. Okay. So Thielen is probably talking about his experiences with the Vikings, and if those everybody there, love that facility, and he comes from the second, according to the survey, they rank number two. He gets to Carolina, is ranked number 17. But and it
Right.
kind of it kind of got me. He said he thought it was the worst in the league. He said it's not even close. And you have this survey here said we rank 17. I mean, from this, we're better than everybody else, in our division. The Saints are 19th, the Bucks are 24, and the Falcons are 25. You know, so I think it's
Right.
still, a lot to be, let me see, not found out, but still a lot to be had with this. Okay. So now let me give you the go ahead, Tony. You gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say when you compare Bank of America Stadium to a lot of these new stadiums that are being built and stadiums that are being renovated, it is
Mhm,
outdated. You know,
mhm,
so I guess what a lot of people are feeling, and probably even some of the players, is that they just want to feel like you're doing something for the team, the organization, and the players to evolve and keep up with the times. Now, from all pictures that I've ever seen of inside the locker room, our
uh-huh,
locker room looks top notch in my opinion compared to other locker rooms that I've seen of NFL
mhm,
teams. Like
right,
I don't see what the problem is with the locker room. Our weight room looks top notch. If I'm not mistaken, Tepper, they did some renovations to the weight room when he bought the team. I do know that some players have said that, the cafeteria, the food wasn't as top notch as they wanted to be. Like I heard Patrick Mahomes talk about what it was in Kansas City, and I've heard people talk about what Cincinnati was like before they drafted Joe Burrow. Ever since they got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, things have taken a turn for the better in Cincinnati. But I think every team has some type of hiccup or mishaps. It's hard to make people completely happy all the way across the board. Somebody's gonna complain about something. You know what I
mhm.
mean?
Oh yeah.
But like I said, from the pictures that I've seen of inside the locker room, the weight room, the practice facility before they tore the bubble down, everything looked good to me. So
Mhm,
yeah.
okay. And now, so Nader asked it, why is Atlanta number 25? Well, you know what? Let me go through some of these categories
Oh,
with
dig
Atlanta.
it.
Okay. So for yeah, I saw that. So treatment of families. Atlanta got a C that ranks 13th. Food cafeteria, they got a C that ranks 20th. Nutritionist slash dietitian, A minus, they rank 4th. Locker room for the Falcons. Okay. Locker room, F, ranks 29th.
Wow.
Yeah. Training room, B minus, 14th. Training staff, A minus, 5th. Weight room, F, 31st. All right.
Wow.
Strength coaches, F minus, 32nd. Team travel, C, 16th. Head coach, C plus, 30th. Ownership, A minus, 9th. And it's crazy. But I mean, they got a brand new damn stadium. Just about.
That's why I said, hey, that's why I said, like, you can have things can look marvelous on the outside, but there may be some
Mhm.
things lacking on the inside, and vice versa. So I don't think there's not a stadium that people don't have some type of negative comment about. Again, you can't please everybody. It
Mhm.
is what it is. But I just like the fact that they are willing to put their money where their mouth is, and they see that it is much needed.
Hold
Because
on. Let
it is
me
much needed. Our renovation is much needed.
yeah, let me do this real quick. Hold on one sec. Because I'm trying to show this page right here. Hold on one second, y'all.
Nader said, I would rather
And
be number 31 and keep winning Super Bowl. Now I know what he meant, but I'm gonna read it just like he spelled it.
okay, so what I wanted to do is share this entire window because I want everybody to know. Oh, you know what? Wrong window. My bad. Wrong window. Okay, this one.
Yeah, no
There we go.
bad.
Okay, I wanted to share this because I wanted people to see that this is the NFLPA website that I'm getting this from. So I'm not just making this crap up. This is NFLPA.com/Atlanta Falcons report card for 2024. Okay, I just want to throw that out there. All right. Now
All
and
right.
now that we're here, okay. Now that we're here, let's take a look at the rest of our division. All right. Let me see. Let's go to the Saints. Where they at? Okay. So to F me, someone spraying Axe on the shower. Oh, ah, hey, hey, Red. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. And you know what? Hey,
Appreciate it.
you are not far off. Just wait until I get to the rankings for Carolina. You are not far off, my friend. Hey, again, appreciate the super chat, dog. Hey, Big Rich homie, Uncle
W-
Quan. Hey, Tony, quit clicking buttons, man. Let me leave
Well,
comments to me.
well,
Clicking
whatever
buttons.
though.
Get your finger off the mouse. Hey, Big Rich homie, Uncle Quan, man, how you doing? You gonna click it off anyway. I can't stand your black ass. All right, what's good, Quan? Okay, so now this is the New Orleans Saints, and they rank 19th. Okay, so treatment of families D plus, food cafeteria F, nutritionist slash dietitian B minus, locker room B, training room B plus, training staff B, weight room B, strength coaches A minus, team travel B, head coach B minus, ownership B plus. Okay,
Mm,
so that is the New Orleans Aints. All right, now we get to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, they rank 24th. Okay, treatment of families F, food cafeteria C minus, nutritionist slash dietitian B, locker room C minus, training room B minus, training staff B, weight room B, strength coaches A minus, team travel F, head coach B minus, ownership B minus. Okay, those are the Saints. All right, now get to the Panthers. We rank 17th. All right, so treatment of families B, food cafeteria B, nutritionist slash dietitian B plus. And like you said, Tony, that I read earlier, that was a big thing the players did not like the options that they had in the cafeteria. And I think in the off season last year, they redid the cafeteria menu and hired a new like a new staff, a new chef, to prepare the food. And I think that's what
Yeah.
made this grade come up some, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Locker room C plus, training room C plus, training staff A minus, weight room B, strength coaches A, team travel B minus, head coach A minus. All right, ownership D. Okay,
And,
got D for
and D,
ownership.
at
Yeah,
least he
a
didn't get
D.
an F. I was just
Hey,
waiting
I
for an
ain't gonna
F.
lie. I was too when I first saw this, and I was like D. I was like,
And
oh,
I don't
okay.
know how the hell we got an A minus for coaches. When this report come out?
It said, hold on.
Hey,
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to
Between
disagree with that.
August 26th and November 16th,
Of
okay,
last year?
of last year. So I guess it depends on, when Frank was here, when he wasn't here, when they took the survey. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with them on the head coach grade. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
they just
No,
said
we
these were the
can't.
best
That's
in the
lying
NFC
right there.
South. Be happy, Adam. Hey, D was
Yeah,
passing in grade school. Yeah, yeah. A D was passing.
facts,
Yes, yeah.
facts.
A D would have got my ass whooped around Bolivia when I was little. So, but yeah, it was passing. It passed you from one ass whooping to another one around my house. Tell me,
Oh
hey,
my
Everett
god,
Everett Cliff wasn't playing with no D's, man. I'm telling you, boy.
I feel
They
you.
was not. But yeah, but yeah, it's interesting. That came out, and now that you got the proposal for the renovations. So I think the Panthers have an opportunity here. For the city, for the fans, for their players to go ahead and make good on a lot of the deficiencies that you know um the players see with the facilities. Some that maybe we as fans see as far as the game experience. You know what I mean? And
Right.
we'll see where it goes from there. We'll see where it goes from there. All right. Any
Yeah.
final thoughts on this, Tony?
No, I mean I saw this report. When it came out last year, I didn't take time to break it down and. Yeah, I didn't take time to break it down. I thought it was one of those subjective type surveys,
Mhm,
so I didn't put a whole lot of stock in it. But I like to see a lot or what they feel about the facilities for the Panthers were positives. Like I
mhm,
said, I disagree on that grade that they gave head coaches because if they know what we have been through as far as head coaches in the past 3 to 5 years, that there's no way in hell that they would give us a minus. I think that deserves a damn D or F in my personal opinion because we have
yeah,
just sucked at it, you know, basically.
yeah,
There's no other way around it. But like I said, from what I've seen of the facilities, inside the locker room, the weight room, practice facilities, things like that. And you right. I think they did do some upgrades, some changes to the menu in the cafeteria. So I think that was upgraded. So I think that they are trying to do things to bring things above board. And so with this renovation that's getting ready to take place, like I said, you don't
mhm,
need a whole new complete stadium to be modernized and be updated. You know what I mean?
okay, mhm.
Yeah.
I got you. All right, a bit. Hey, and again, if you weren't here earlier, welcome. Okay, like we always say, like the channel, subscribe. You can catch us on all social media right here, as it says below, at Two Fans in the Stands on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and TikTok. We're also on TikTok. You can catch us over on X at Two Fans ITS. We do have a membership tier if y'all would like to join. As I told everybody that was in here when we started, I tried to do it for free, but YouTube wouldn't let me, so I did the lowest possible cost of 99 cents. Is just me trying to be able to play around with some of the custom emojis, and for those of you that are members already, if y'all can span a few of the keep pounding, the mains and the yellow flags, emojis for me so everybody can see. But the more members we get, the more emojis I can have, the more we can have. And I want to get y'all suggestions if you have some things y'all want to see as far as something, fun in the chat to have up here, as long as they ain't nothing too crazy. Y'all let me know and I'll get it on there. And again, everybody that's decided to be a member so far, hey, we love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you. All right.
And if you're watching the live stream on Twix, do us a favor, hop on over to YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, and share the video, and also become a member. We'll greatly appreciate it.
Right. Let me see. Nate, he said CJ, why is the Rams number 20? $5 billion stadium. Well, you know what, Nate, before we move on, let's find out. Hold on, let me see. Los Angeles. Where are they at? There we go. Okay. So for the Rams, all right,
Put it
treatment of
put it up
facilities.
on put it up on the screens, TJ,
Okay.
if you can.
Hold on, let me make sure I get the right one this time. Hold on. Okay. So treatment of families, D. Food cafeteria, D. Nutritionist slash dietitian, C plus. Locker room, D plus. Training room, C minus. Training staff, B. Weight room, C minus. Strength coaches, A minus. Team travel, B minus. Head coach, A. Ownership, C plus.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah.
So
So hey, I go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like it kind of leaves you to wonder, like Nader said, like this is a brand new, state of the art $5 billion
Stadium,
stadium,
yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
it kind of leaves you to wonder, like when they build these stadiums, like where is their main focus? Look now, just based off this grading, this the only thing
Mm-hmm.
that we have to go off of. Is it looks to me like it was more about the attraction on the outside and what it looks like on the inside than the actual facilities itself. I mean the operating facilities. When you're talking about the what you guys do have
Red Swan
hey,
being Red Swan.
yeah, yeah. But it just like like where are these teams? Where are these people putting their emphasis, into these stadiums and these renovations? Like what are they mainly focused on? And it's like
Mm,
it's like you losing something in one area to gain in another. Did that make sense?
mm-hmm. I got you. I got you. Now, Red Swan says so they didn't rank the stadiums in this report card. Well, I'm guessing their ranking of the stadium is broken down into the things that the players use the most: the food, cafeteria,
Right.
locker
Yeah.
room, training room, weight room, and things of that nature. Now, I do know that let me see. I do know that the Panthers, one of the issues that the players had with the Panthers was when they went to the artificial turf, and a lot of them don't feel like, it's safe. And they feel like, it's that they're more concerned about, the ease of maintenance of it rather than their safety. Because, with the Panthers playing Charlotte FC, whatever other type of games it might be in the stadium, that natural grass is going to get tore up. Okay, and then there's more work involved in maintaining it. With that the artificial turf with the rubber up on it, it's
Right.
it's what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, it's more budget friendly when it comes to maintaining it. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, so I think that was the issue as well. But you know,
Okay.
we'll see. Yep. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to all right, some injuries. Okay. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders. Okay, credit to the Panthers. Where I got this from here as well. It says the Miles Sanders revenge tour isn't off to the best of starts. Carolina Panthers head coach Dave Canales spoke with reporters following Tuesday's outing of organized team activities. He was asked about Sanders, who did not participate in drills in the afternoon. Miles just has a little something in his heel, Canales stated. It flared up on him a little bit, but a couple weeks ago. So we're just trying to be really cautious with that. He's been doing some running on the side, getting treatment and all that. He's here, he's locked in, so just another precautionary measure here. Okay. Now, only thing I'll say about this, I hope that this is not a lingering issue that extends into training camp, preseason, and regular season. Because for me, if it does, it might be something that he's going to be dealing with all season long. So, hey, but I was I was really hoping to see the Miles Sanders revenge tour, and I still hope that it makes its way to Bank of America Stadium and other stadiums near you this year. So,
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I mean, as of right now, things aren't things like this. I'm not really too worried about. And just in case, just say that he's not ready. I think the Panthers did good as far as bringing in talent to the running back room for depth when they brought in Rashard Penny.
mhm.
Jonathan Brooks. I don't think he'll be ready uh for game one. I think it's still too early to try to bring him in. So I think there's other opportunities for other running backs that Carolina has currently on their roster to make a contribution to the team if Miles Sanders and Jonathan Brooks isn't available. But I
Mhm.
think the thing that I was mostly concerned about is the nagging injuries that's going on with our first round draft pick, Xavier Leggett. You
Oh,
know what I
hold on,
mean?
hold on. Hey, hold that thought, Tony. 'Cause we're gonna get through another person here, and then I'm gonna work our way to Leggett. So just hold that thought.
All right.
Yeah. He said, what issue did he have last season? Groin. As Uncle Quan said, he had a
Yes,
groin
groin
issue
injury.
last year. He was in camp with a groin injury. Sorry. Antonio McClanahan, what's going on, man? How you doing? What's
What's
good
going
with you?
on, Antonio?
Our witness Sanders is busted. Hey, I hope not. I hope not. I
Yeah.
hope he can get
I
himself
dis
healthy.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I hope not, man. I hope not. But I mean, if he continues to have these injuries and can't stay on the field, can't be healthy, you know, I ain't gonna say he's a bust, but we may have to officially call him injury prone. Just like we did for JC Horn last year when we were
Yeah, but
debating that. Go ahead.
outside of last year, to my recollection, of course,
Mhm,
he has only played 1 year for us. But the year before in Philly, fifth leading rusher in the league, and was a starting running back when they went to the Super Bowl. I have not known for Miles Sanders to be injury prone leading up
mhm,
till last year. So I can't say that he's injury prone because he came in, with an injury and it didn't work out behind the horrible ass offensive line that we had.
sure,
So I think if we're going to give other players on the team mulligans, for last
mhm,
year, we got to give Miles Sanders a mulligan last year. And why I say that because, you hear people say, "Well, Chuba almost had 1,000 yards rushing." That's true, but what about the wide receiver spots? The only productive wide receiver that we had last year was Adam Thielen. He was the only one that had over 100 catches and went over a
mhm,
thousand yards. But
yeah,
are we giving the other receivers on the team mulligans as well? So just that whole thing about who gets the pass and things like that. Listen, the whole offense was horrible last year. From the quarterback to the running back to the wide receiver, the tight end. I mean, the offensive staff was
mhm.
horrible last year, and it matriculated down to the players. So, but as far as that injury prone, I can't put that on him because I mean He hasn't missed a
I got
season. Yeah, yeah.
you. I got you. I got you. Hey, look, Reds one said Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders, Shy Tuttle. Yikes, that was a hell of a free agency period last year. Okay, hey, Hayden Hurst is gone. Okay, Hayden Hurst is
Yeah,
gone. The jury is still out on Miles Sanders. Like Tony said, I do agree. If we're giving out mulligans, let's give one for Miles Sanders. Hopefully, he can get better and be ready for the season. And I say the same for Shy Tuttle. I hope he can turn things around, but we definitely got to see what he's going to do in year 2 of Rivero's defense. Yep.
yeah. Because
Miss Hunter
last
Doyle
year
said,
he was there, but he wasn't.
yeah, fact. Yeah. Miss Hunky Dory said, "What about the thicker kicker, 20 for 20 so far?" Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he. I don't think he's missed a field goal in OTAs with a long of 60 yards. So let me tell you, hey, good old Eddie P
Fast
gonna have to
Eddie.
come in the door. Hey, not swinging. He got
Yeah.
to come in the door kicking, man. He gonna have to. He gonna have to come in the door with his foot in front of him, ready to kick a field goal as soon as he walk in the stadium. I mean, my thing is, it's like, hey, we got options now. We got options, Eddie. What you gonna do?
But you know what I would hate though, and I'm not
What's
I'm
that?
not saying that it will. I would
Mm,
hate for it to be a situation like it was 7 years ago when we drafted Harrison Butker in the 7th round out of Georgia Tech and then
mm,
released him during preseason and look at him now. And then we got rid of Graham Gano the following year and he signed with the Giants and
mm,
basically, resurrected his career because he was
yeah.
coming off that injury.
Mm,
I would hate for this to be another situation where the Panthers make a mistake like they did 7 years ago and make it again this year. I hope that they don't do that.
yeah. Diggy said, I wonder how Sanders feels about the facilities. No, let's say he
Yeah.
just needs to take his vitamin and get some stretches in. Mom advice. Lord, look at Miss Hunky Dory. Throwing some dig with a busted nut. He ain't doing no squats in the weight room. Oh
I
my
can't,
goodness,
man.
y'all.
I can't.
Yeah. So said, I'm just praying for the best for our Carolina Panthers. Yes, we all are. We all
Facts,
are.
Antonio.
See, why won't they put Chin back at line? Hey, Chin is gone. Chin is in Washington, Arwit. He out. He is gone. So yeah, that's why. He signed with the Commanders. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. We got
Do you still
DJ Warner. Mhm.
no, so did you Panther Dog,
Panther
what's up, Jen?
Dog. What's going on, man?
What's
Hey,
going on with you,
appreciate
my
it.
guy?
Hey, and those of y'all that just joined the Panther Dog saying happy birthday. Um, Our channel is officially 2 years old. We started the channel June 1st, 2022. So, the channel's birthday was a few days ago. And yeah, I just put that out there earlier. So I just asked everybody to wish us a happy two fans in the stands birthday, and we appreciate y'all. All right. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
see. The next one is DJ Woonem. Okay. So it says Canales went on to add that Woonem, who tore his quadricep in the Minnesota's Week 16 matchup against the Falcons, against the Detroit
Mm.
Lions this past season, is still healing up. He said he's just working through some different things. He said of Woonem, he had some complications. He had a quadricep tendon rupture there, and so he had a repair, and there was some different things that he had to clean out. So it's just kind of like his back and forth trying to get him as healthy as we can, so we can get him on the field and get him back to full speed. But he's still kind of working through some of those things. It's crazy reading the stuff that Dave Canales says, because when you listen to him talk, he's like, oh, da, 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 da. And when I'm reading, I find myself feeling like I'm da, 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 da. He's just he talking so fast, and it's just, yeah. Okay, so DJ Warner, all right. This is one I'm not going to. I don't want to say concerning, but I don't want to not say concerning. Okay, because he is supposed to be one half of our outside linebacker tandem with Jadeveon Clowney, on the other side. Okay. So,
Right.
like we said before, no hate on Brian Burns, but we always felt like Brian Burns really did not have a legitimate running mate. Okay. And, first impressions, Clowney, Wonham, to me, may be a decent duo. Maybe. Okay. Don't quote me as saying they will do X, Y, and Z. I don't know. But I think the duo is well, the first real duo that we've had in a while. It's kind of been Brian Burns and I'm sorry, we had Hassan Reddick. We had Hassan Reddick for a year,
Right.
and then they let him go. So, our first real like duo since Burns and Reddick a few years ago. Okay. But then before that, I think it was kind of few and far between. But but yeah, like I said, I don't want to say this is concerning, but I don't want to say that it's not concerning either. Because I think he's going to be crucial, to the defense's success this upcoming season. All right. Hey, Nervash with the $5 super chat. Hey, thank you. We appreciate you. Said,
Appreciate
I
you,
really
Navash.
wonder how much of Warner's production just came off of having Daniil Hunter being on the opposite side of him. Hey, but you know what? That kind of goes back to what I was saying. Um, you having two legitimate threats on either side of the ball, it's not like, okay, we can go and double team this one guy because we really ain't got to worry about X, Y, and Z over here because we know whoever's on the other side, they're gonna lock them down one-on-one. We really just got to concentrate, on this particular player here. Hopefully, this will be that type of situation here where it's not like, okay, if they both come in at the same time, pause, they say, but if they're both coming off the edge at the same time, it's not a situation where it's like, you
Okay.
you ain't got to worry about one of them, but you got to make sure that you double team the other one over here. So yeah.
But as far as his production or whatnot, with the fact that you're talking about, the production that he had with Daniil Hunter being on the opposite side. In my pass dog through the flag. Flag on I can't, man. Listen, you want
Oh
you want
yeah.
that kind of tandem. In the
Mhm.
NFL nowadays, you have two bookend defensive end or rush outside linebackers. So because his production was based off being on the opposite of Daniil Hunter, I think that's a good thing. I'm hoping he has that same type of production being on the opposite side of Jadeveon Clowney. So
Mhm.
that's what you want to say. And no, it goes to what you just said, CJ. You don't want it to be where you can run opposite of one end because you only have to worry about that one defensive end or rush outside linebacker. But when you have
Yeah.
two, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like you have to pick your poison. You know what I mean? You want to get
Yeah.
as much pressure from the outside and up the middle on that quarterback. So when you got Derek Brown coming from the three technique or the four high technique, and then you
Mhm.
talking about Wanham and Jadeveon Clowney coming from the outside, I mean that's pressure. That's pressure.
Mhm.
So I don't think you could ever discount having enough pass rushers, regardless of who played on the opposite side of whoever. You want that type
Yeah.
of production. You want to have those problems.
Hey, look. Hey, thank you for the 999 super chat. Red one said happy anniversary, CJ and Tony.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, look here, man. Make sure next time you say happy birthday. Don't be having people be think we cousins, dog. He told us a happy anniversary.
Yeah,
Nah, I know what you mean, Ray. I'm just messing. Hey, we appreciate the super chat, dog. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh,
Navash said that's a crazy pause.
there's a crate. Yeah, hey, I'm sorry. My bad, everybody. My bad. That's a major pause. That was funny. But yeah, and this is another, injury here where I'm hoping that I'm hoping they can get him back right and get him on the field. Because that was a big deficit from my defense last year. is getting pressure on opposing quarterback. Okay, we
Right.
couldn't stop the run. We couldn't make the opposing team's quarterbacks, nervous and fidgety in the pocket. Okay, for the most part, they had a
Right.
lot of time to sit back there and pick us apart. Okay, now I'm not saying that we didn't get any pressure at all, but if you want to put it in terms of numbers, I think we were last in the league in sacks and QB pressure. So,
Right.
that speaks for itself. Okay, so me go here. Okay, so this next one is going to start off talking about Christian Watson. Okay, and he is a Green Bay Packers player. And this popped up on my personal Twitter feed from Tyler Webb, and I do think he is a Packers fan. I forgot what he is a host of a co-host of a show, and I forgot the name of the show. I'm sorry, y'all. But he had a series of tweets where he was saying that the NFL spent $4 million to help players like Christian Watson solve one of the most common injuries of all in all of sports. And what they found makes complete sense. So let's break down the surprisingly simple result. Okay. So before the 2023 season, Watson admitted to spending tens of thousands of his own money to try and study, treat, and prevent the hamstring issues he was having. Okay. So apparently, now mind you, they went to I think the University of Wisconsin and did the testing there.
Okay.
So apparently, Watson had a 20% asymmetry in the hamstring muscle between his right and left legs. This means that his left hamstring was 20% stronger than his right. Okay. So as his weaker right hamstring tried to keep up with the explosiveness of the stronger left one, the weaker one became more easily fatigued and in turn injured. Okay.
Hmm.
So, however, after learning this, Watson said he began working on closing that 20% gap to the point where he currently has an 8 to 10% difference in strength. And while perfect symmetry is nearly impossible, he says his goal is to shrink that gap to around 6%. Okay. So it said the best part of this testing on Watson was that part of the $4 million grant funded by the NFL to study the prevention and treatment of hamstring injury. Okay. Now, this was not the picture that he had on this was not a picture that he had on his tweet, but I added it in there. So it said if Watson can stay on the field this year, it's possible that more players can start utilizing this testing to avoid the same injury. Okay, and you got our first round pick, Xavier Leggett, who popped up this week of OTAs or last week OTAs with a hamstring injury. So, I'm pretty sure, well, I would assume, that the Panthers know this is going on. And I bring this up to say maybe this is something that they can do, for Leggett to see if they can possibly mitigate future injuries, future him injuring his hamstring even further. Because right now, I think it's just
Right.
a tweak, like a tweak of his hamstring is what they called it. But if they can possibly get ahead of this situation, and be proactive, maybe they can, like I said, maybe they can keep him from getting further injured. What you think, Tony?
Yeah. I didn't know about that until you brought it to my attention last night that the NFL had invested in looking into how to avoid some of these hamstring injuries in the study that was found. But what I said to you a couple days ago, excuse me, was the fact that Xavier Leggett now has this hamstring injury, and we don't know to what extent this injury is. We know hamstrings is such a lingering issue, and if it's not properly treated with rest, that's the big thing when it comes to your hamstring. Rest. And how are you stretching? When it comes
Mhm.
to stretching, when you're a big, strong guy like Leggett, and you talking about your quad muscles, your hamstring muscles being a little bit bigger and tighter than people that don't work out as much as you do, you have to really, in my opinion, you really have to invest in stretching. You have to be on top of it. And I guess, I don't know what his injury history was at South Carolina or anything like that, but
Mhm.
does it give you some type of pause, you know, when people start talking about his expectations or their expectations for Leggett his rookie season and things like that? And do you think that if it's a situation where the hamstring injury lingers throughout the season, is it put more onus on the Panthers to get a contract done with Deontay Johnson, especially if he balls out like we all hope he does? Does that
Mhm.
give the Panthers more of a reason to sign him to a longer term deal? Because you
Mhm.
don't you don't you don't want to have Bryce Young without weapons. Like, you don't want to take weapons from him, and this is a crucial year in the development of him as a quarterback. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
going forward. So,
Okay.
what do you think about that? If it's a issue that lingers throughout the season, do you think that Carolina will? Do you think that it will put more onus on Carolina to get a deal done with Deontay Johnson as far as extending him with a new contract, especially if he balls out this year?
Um, Me personally, I think that's already a high priority for Carolina. Okay. If like I said, if he comes in and he balls out this year, I think if he just comes in and does, I ain't gonna say okay, but if he meets expectations of what their expectations, because us as a fan base, our expectations are all over the place. Okay,
Right.
they're all over the place for everything, everybody, every player, whatnot. But for the Panthers organization, Deontay Johnson comes in and does what they want him to do. I think that's a foregone conclusion that they're going to try. They're going to try and make sure that they lock him up to an extension and have him here for years in the future. And I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. Okay, glad you brought that up, because last thing I wanted to talk about was this right here. Okay, so Justin Jefferson is signing his deal with the Vikings. I think he's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. I want to say somewhere around like a $140 million extension. Okay. Then you have CD Lamb. All right. And I think he's currently not at camp for the Cowboys because he's holding out, for contract talk. And if you look at the numbers
Right.
here, 4 seasons, three all pros for Jefferson, two for CD Lamb, three Pro Bowls apiece, three more catches for CD Lamb. About let me see, about 600 something more yards of no, about 700 something more yards receiving for Justin Jefferson, and and four more total touchdowns for CD Lamb. Okay, so Jefferson got his deal, right? So two questions here, and everybody in chat, y'all let me know. Do y'all think that there's a chance that the Cowboys may make Lamb the highest paid wide receiver in the league? And how do you think this affects Carolina's negotiations with Deontay Johnson, depending on what kind of season he
Well, to answer the first part of the question, um, you have to look at this is the major to me. This is the major factor in that happening. Minnesota has a rookie quarterback that's on a rookie
had?
deal.
Yeah.
Dallas has a quarterback that they're paying or has the potential to pay top tier money to, and hasn't received top tier production. So
Hmm.
the decision for Dallas is far greater than what Minnesota just had a decision to make.
Yeah.
Dallas not only has to pay CeeDee Lamb, but they got Dak Prescott and um what's my boy, the linebacker
Oh, Parsons, Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons. So they got more of a dilemma when it comes
Hmm.
to the money situation in Dallas than what Justin Jefferson and the Vikings have over there. I know you didn't ask this question, but
Come on
this
with
came up on Undisputed, and uh what's his name? The host for Undisputed. What's
oh
the guy name?
Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Skip Bayless made a comment and said that he believes that CD Lamb is better than Justin Jefferson. He didn't say they were equal or
Mm,
just as good. He just flat out believes that CD Lamb is better than Justin Jefferson. Now, before you put these numbers up here, I would have said ain't no way. I don't see it. And honestly, I still don't see it. Not to say that I wouldn't say that he's better than Justin Jefferson. I think you can have a 1 and a 1A. I think they are both legitimate number one wide receivers in their own right. Don't get me wrong. But
mm,
to say that he just flat out better than Justin Jefferson, I completely disagree with. And mind you, don't forget, Skip Bayless is a Dallas Cowboys fan. So
yeah.
and I don't expect him to say anything different than what he said. But looking at these numbers, I had no idea that they were this close, pretty much. I mean,
I didn't
yeah,
either.
I had no idea.
Mhm. But yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's 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 wild though, because like you were saying, it depends on what side of the tracks you're on. You know, you got
Mm-hmm.
everybody in Minnesota be like Justin Jefferson is absolutely way better than the CD Lamb. Like Skip Bayless, who's a Cowboy fan, they're gonna
Right.
be like, you know what? No, CD Lamb is way better than Justin Jefferson. But if you look at these numbers we got on the screen here, like you said, you have a 1A, or 1B. I think they're both great wide receivers.
Right.
But
Right.
now
Me
to
too.
my second question, do you think this deal and the potential deal for CD Lamb, do you think that may make it harder for the Panthers to bring back Deontay Johnson if this season goes, hopefully according to plan?
No, because I don't think Deontay Johnson is in the tier, that these two wide receivers are in. I don't
Mhm,
think Deontay Johnson has put up these type of numbers as far as like Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. But at the same
mhm,
time, it also comes down to how valuable you are to your current team. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
know this resets the wide receiver market altogether. It's going to be worse now than what Tyreek Hill got from when he went to Miami. They thought the
mhm,
wide receiver market was reset at that time. Well, it's really about to be pushed and reset because now not only is CD Lamb looking for a new deal, still got T. Higgins out there still looking for a new deal, and then Jamar Chase is going to get a new deal come next year. So
mhm,
they're going to keep pushing the envelope as far as wide receivers. But to put Deontay Johnson in that level, that I think that's asking a whole lot. But at the same time, it's what the market dictates and what
mhm,
how valuable your current team sees you. So if he
yeah,
goes out and balls out like we hope he does, he's going to get something. Now, what that something is, I have no
mhm,
idea. I'm not going to even try to speculate on it right now because, like, the wide receiver market is all over the place right now, and it's getting ready to reach levels that I think is just crazy. Just like the fact I
yeah,
know we're not even talking about, but just the fact that um CMC got his new extension with the San Francisco that paying him 19 million a year. Now,
yep.
I feel
You
like
said it
he's worth
again.
it because he
Mhm.
plays two positions, honestly, receiver and running back. So to me, it's justifiable.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Uncle Dory said we just got $250 million guards. We ain't paying no one anytime soon. Now, I think the perception is that next year we'll have a lot more flexibility as far as cap. We'll be in a better space as far as our cap number. Now we didn't have any pre-June 1st cuts. So if we do happen to have some, that cap will be spread over 2 years instead
Two
of if it
years.
pre-June 1st cut, the cap hit would have been was it this season and that would have
Yeah,
been it.
this season. No, we didn't
So
have any
now
post June first cuts.
yeah, we didn't have any yeah, we didn't have any pre-June 1st cuts, but we're waiting to see if what happens and anybody gets let go of now. But I think we'll be in a better spot as far as cap wise. Like I said, I think don't quote me on that, but I think we'll be in a better position. All right. Let me see. Quan said, wide receiver market screwed. Diva's about to start acting crazy and holding out.
Facts.
Playing for Jesus said Parsons, I heard change his position to DN. There goes 40 million right there. He is their pass rush. They lose him, they are hurting. Facts. Facts. Facts.
Wow.
Door said we got church's chicken cat money for right now. Lord have mercy. Nervous said
Um,
Deontay Johnson might have a ton of leverage on the Panthers if he explodes in 2024 and we win a playoff game or something. And see, and that's what
yeah,
I was getting at. That's what I was
yeah.
getting at. Now, I agree with you, Tony. I'm not going to put him up there, as far as he's getting the contract that these two are going to get. But if he does go out there and say he does exceed expectations, does that like Nervous said, that gives him more leverage against the Panthers to say, hey, I did this. This is what the market is right now. I deserve, this much. So yeah. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let me see. We just said we're not cutting just in case injury or bad play during training camp. Then we cut. Yes. Yep. Let me see. Don said the Panthers experience Uncle Quan. What man? Look, I had to bring it up. And Quan said, no, you didn't. Ah, but yeah, man. Let me see. Stevie the Bull. JJ only played half the season last year. CD not with him. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. I got you. Let me see. Smell like some shit. Parson already saying he wouldn't mind going to the Steelers with Tomlin. Mm. Hey, could you imagine Parsons in that defense with Tomlin? Ooh, nasty.
Mm,
Boy.
yeah,
with TJ? Ah, oh
yeah.
my
That
boy.
that that
Mm.
would that would be unfair. Oh,
Yep. And I want to before we get out of here, first off, thanks to Panther Dog and my wife, because they both told me that that show that Tyler Webb has is Pocket Presence. Okay. So
right.
shout out to Tyler
Okay.
Webb, for the tweets you had about the study of the hamstring and Christian Watson. So his show is called Pocket Presence. And there was somebody up in the chat
Somebody
here.
asked about our boy Stevie.
Yes, that's it. That's where I was going to. I forgot who it
I think it
was.
was
Um,
Diggett. I think it was Diggett.
yeah, somebody asked about him. Um, and I may have passed it, but still haven't heard anything from Steve. And like we always say, well, those of you don't know, he made a comment like a month ago and said that he was recovering from brain surgery. And um I had brain surgery back in October, so I sympathize with him a lot. It was it was a trying process. um recovery went well for me, but been praying for you, Steve, ever since. Haven't heard anything from
No
him.
doubt.
I'm gonna keep praying for you, my friend, and I'm gonna keep praying for you until we see you in the chat. Hopefully you can come and you can tell us that you're doing well and you're doing okay. But for everybody to know, I haven't heard anything from Steve. But like I said, brother, hey, we praying for you. I hope everything is okay, and I'm gonna keep praying for you until I hear from you, dog. So, but yeah, but
No
that's
doubt.
I
No
don't
doubt.
have much of an update on Steve, but and I ask everybody out there, if you know the word of prayer, pray for Steve. Okay. But yeah, haven't heard
Yeah.
anything. All right. But yeah, cuz yeah, man, it's been quite an interesting week, for Panther Nation. Um, they had
Yeah.
the episode of Blueprint, stadium renovations. We got the worst facilities in the league, you know, injuries. No, I forgot to mention
Well, according to Adam Thielen. According to
According to
Adam
Adam
Thielen.
Thielen. According
Yeah.
to Adam Thielen. Yes. And I did forget to mention that Caleb Vaughn Chason still hasn't shown up for OTAs. Eddie Pinero and Jadeveon Clowney. I don't think
Right.
Jadeveon would be an issue. I don't think Eddie would be an issue either. But with
Right.
how Harrison Mevis is doing out there in OTAs, Eddie better come ready to play. That's all I can say for old fast Eddie.
His
You
margin
better come ready to
his
play.
margin of error is getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yeah. Yep. It sure is. It sure is. Hey, but anything you want to say to the fine folks before we get up out of here, cuz?
Nah, man, I'm ready to get off here so I go back to bed. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
you know
sleepy.
what? That's all right. Hey, short and sweet. Short and sweet. Hey, what
Yeah,
again, like Flame for Jesus said, prayers up for Steve. Like I said, I'm gonna keep praying for you, brother, till we hear from you. I pray everything is good with you. I just want to say again, hey, thank you for everybody. If you're new, if you hung with us the whole time, welcome. Like the channel,
yeah, no
subscribe,
doubt.
turn those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. We appreciate you. Like I said before, we do have a membership tier we call Fan Level. If you want to donate 99 cents a month to the channel, you get access to
Gets
some
on my
some
nerves.
pretty cool emojis and all that yawning and eye rubbing you've been doing, Tony. Uh-huh.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't understand the sacrifices I make for two fans and stands. So that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, yeah, whatever,
Uh,
whatever.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. But yes,
Carry
yes.
on.
Yeah, exactly. But thank y'all. You know, we got our membership level, membership tier called Fan Level. And like I said, I wanted to do it. I wanted to have some nice emojis for y'all in the chat. So the more members we get, the more emojis that I can put, custom emojis in the chat. And like I said, if y'all have any ideas or anything y'all want to see, let me know. If it's not too outlandish or too outrageous, I would definitely get them in the chat for you guys. Okay. And but yeah, but you know, Panther Nation, we hope for the best. Voluntary OTAs are done. The next thing that's up is a mandatory mini camp. Okay. Don't expect, you know,
Yeah,
too many people to, you know, like hold out or anything. I think everybody will be there. I think now the thing they need to focus in on is getting the injured people that we have, you know, get them healthy. Um Jonathan Brooks, Wonham, Sanders, Leggett, you know, make sure they got to do and whatever they got to do to make sure these people are healthy. I need the Panthers to do it. Okay. But again, we appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. You know, 2 hours and 15 minutes. And you know, I don't know how y'all sit there and listen to us talk for this long, but hey, I appreciate you. I really do.
greatly appreciate
Greatly
it.
appreciate it. But as always, y'all, as always, I'm gonna take y'all out with three things. Okay. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, and if y'all could in the chat, y'all go ahead and spam what number three is, y'all. Y'all keep pounding, man. We'll see you.